Sweet Tomatoes, operating as Souplantation in Southern California, was a United States-based chain of all-you-can-eat buffet service-style restaurants from 1978 to 2020. Welcome to Eric C. Productions. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified of my latest video that are posted during the week. Please leave a suggestion or comment, and maybe you might see that video in a future posting. Thanks for watching, and now back to the program.
Pick two? More like pick 2,000. 45 feet of the freshest vegetables, unlimited house-made soups, bakery, and more. Sweet Tomatoes. Eat well, repeat. And now enjoy dinner for only $9 Monday through Friday.
Garden Fresh, originally founded as Souplantation, Inc., was started in 1978 by Michael Mack, a San Diego businessman who, while possessing little background in the restaurant industry, saw great potential in the development of a fast food chain with a health-conscious twist. Souplantation presented itself from the beginning as an affordable, healthy alternative to other chains, with prices kept low below the cost of more traditional restaurant meals. It was not only the low prices which initially drew customers to the business. Souplantation also offered a tremendous variety of condiments, vegetables, soups, and breads, all of which were laid out on two long buffet tables. During the time Souplantation was founded, all-you-can-eat buffets were becoming increasingly popular, and the restaurant took advantage of this trend by offering its own version for a fixed price. A customer could, without limit, choose as many meals as he or she desired, with the added incentive that, unlike more traditional buffet restaurants, what was being offered was beneficial to the customer's health. The idea took off, and Souplantation in the 1980s began to grow rapidly in the San Diego area. The restaurants featured two buffet tables of approximately 55 feet in length, located at the center of an open dining area. The company's intent that uniformity in its look and quality was necessary to establish customer recognition and loyalty, especially as other similar chains began to establish themselves in the same way during that course of the decade. Competition became increasingly intense in the 1980s as what the locals in San Diego dubbed the soup and salad wars began to heat up in Southern California. California consumers were among the first in the nation to popularize health food trends, and with that region's notoriously frenetic lifestyle, it was natural for that trend to be tied to fast food and takeout restaurants. By the middle of the decade, San Diego had three chains competing against one another, with each offering similar fare at similar prices. The companies Soup Exchange, Fresh Choice, and Souplantation found themselves in a neck-and-neck battle for customers and had to find some way in which to distinguish themselves from one another. Souplantation tightened its focus on its menu selections, concentrating primarily on salads and soup. The company maintained such basic simplicity in its menu in an effort to refrain from confusing customers with the notion that reliability and quality would win out over novelty. Souplantation began to expand rapidly during the last few years of the 1980s. By 1987, the company's sites had an healthy average, of 700 to 1,200 customers a day, with each paying between $5 to $7 for a meal. The chain grew throughout the Southern California area, and by 1990 had over 24 sites in operation. In May of 1995, Souplantation went public with a listing on the NASDAQ. The company made the decision to go public in order to both reduce debt, much of which it accrued during its expansion and restructuring in the early 1990s, and use the profit gained from stock sales to prepare for further expansion across the country. The company expanded across the American West and Southwest and also opened locations in several Southeast states, including 23 restaurants in Florida. All were company-owned. In 2005, Sun Capital Partners purchased Garden Fresh, and with it, its restaurant chains. In October 2016, Garden Fresh Restaurant Corp., the owner and operator of Souplantation and Sweet Tomatoes, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. At the time, Garden Fresh was nearly $175 million in debt. In January of 2017, the company said it expected to emerge from bankruptcy later that month, following a sale of the company's assets to New York-based private investment firm Cerberus Capital Management LP and its partners. Garden Fresh anticipated it would wind up with between 90 and 104 restaurants and significantly less debt. In 2017, Garden Fresh and its restaurant chains were purchased by New York private investment firm Cerberus Capital Management. In March of 2020, all of the restaurants closed due to state and local mandated shutdowns as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. On May 7, 2020, the company announced it would be closing all Souplantation and Sweet Tomato locations permanently amid concerns that new federal guidelines recommending an end to self-service stations would prevent local health departments from granting permits to restaurants with salad bars and buffets. Garden Fresh Restaurants, the parent company to both Souplantation and Sweet Tomatoes, filed for Chapter 7 liquidation on May 14, 2020. At the time of the announcement, the company had 4,400 employees and 97 restaurants.
Looks like Souplantation could be closing for good due to the coronavirus pandemic. The buffet-style restaurant was hit hard by shutdowns and unable to reopen due to its core model of buffets and salad bars. Its parent company tells the LA Times it considered getting a loan from the Federal Paycheck Protection Program, but it said it would be disingenuous to take the money because it doesn't think that reopening is likely. Katie Johnston for CBS LA.
Hey, you just watched my video. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button and please subscribe to Eric C. Productions.